好啦，由 Session 3開始咧，我哋就會講Vicky 啦，同埋佢啲馬嘅一啲故仔啦。好啦 ，Horses were Vicky's favorite animal. Her family had always kept horses in a stable. Stable 係咩咧？即係馬房啊。At the bottom of the garden. So she had lived with horses all her life. 即係話咧，佢本身屋企咧都有養馬嘅一個習慣啦。When she was little, she had been too young to ride them, but she used to go to the stable anyway and feed apples to the horses. 即係話咧，佢會即係餵啲蘋果俾啲馬食。She used to look up at the kind faces of the horses. Look up at 啦，即係佢會望上去望住佢哋啦。然後咧 and 乜嘢啊 ？Look up at the kind faces， 而第二個咧係 look up into their eyes， 即係會咧望住佢哋隻眼。When she was older, she was given a saddle and riding equipment on her birthday。呢一度咧可以係 on her birthday 啦，或者係 for her birthday 都得。咁 saddle 咧就係嗰個馬鞍啊，即係可以騎，於是你就可以騎上去馬嗰度啦。She was finally ready to ride the horses. The first time she rode was the best day of her life， 即係話咧佢人生之中最快樂嘅一日啦。And with help from her dad, she quickly became very good at riding。係啦 ，with help 即係話因為佢爹哋幫佢啦，因為嗰陣時都係仲係細個，跟住之後咧 she quickly became very good。good 係用 good at 嘅。接住啦，到 relative pronouns。呢度咧，你會見到呢度俾咗啲字你哋啦。咁 Vicky 乜嘢咧？她的夢想啊，咁所以咧就會用 whose 啦。Whose dream had always been to ride horses. Got so good at riding that she entered some competitions, some of which she won。即係話咧，呢個 which 係指乜嘢咧 ？Some of which 就係指有一啲嘅 competitions 啦，佢係能夠攞到獎嘅。She always rode the same horse called Rupert, who was completely black with a white nose。嗱，呢一度咧唔可以用 which 嘅，點解咧？記住咧，如果嗰隻動物咧只係 a cat 嘅話咧，咁你會用 which。但係因為 cat 呢個係唔知咩貓嘛，但係咧，如果係一隻嗰隻係寵物嚟嘅咧，你會用翻 who 嘅。因為咧喺外國人眼中，其實外國人好中意啲即係養馬、養狗啊嗰啲啦。如果假如你係講緊一隻寵物咧，嗰個古仔成個古仔咧都係應該係用 who 啦，或者係 he 啊或者 she 啊呢啲咁樣嘅 pronoun， 就唔應該係用 it 嗰種 pronoun， 因為咧佢會當佢係一個家庭成員咁嘅意思。咁所以 Rupert who was completely black with a white nose。Her family 乜嘢 came to watch all of Vicky's competitions were always proud 乜嘢 she won。好啦 ，her family 啦，咁當然成家人都係指一個啦，即係變咗係 who came to watch all of Vicky's competitions were always proud when she won。呢個有 when 啊嚇，即係當佢贏獎嗰陣時咧，贏啲獎嗰陣時咧都會好，即係以佢為驕傲咁嘅意思。Vicky mostly competed in a town called Larkville。Number 6, where lots of competitions were held every year。呢一度咧，你會見到咧就係個地方嚟嘅佢指。咁用翻以前嘅方法都係問翻，你會問自己究竟係 where were lots of competitions held 啦，抑或係 which were lots of competitions held 啦？咁當然係 where 啦。Her horse was named after her granddad。咩叫 named after 咧？即係話呢一隻馬嘅名咧，亦都係即係跟佢阿爺個名，即係佢阿爺就叫 Rupert。Number 7， 咁佢阿爺啦，咁然後咧你就寫翻 whose name was Rupert。He had given Vicky her first saddle, which was a very special present。因為呢個 saddle 係指即係個馬鞍啊，咁所以咧就係呢個好特別嘅禮物。Sadly, he had died when Vicky was still quite small。咁呢個係一個時間啦，即係講佢當時死嘅時間啦，所以係用 when 啦。好啦，輪到 passive voice 啦。passive voice 呢一度咧就會係睇啦。佢話 Vicky 乜嘢 her first trophy when she was only 12。嗱，你會見到呢個 was 啦，咁 set 咗呢個古仔而家係喺一個過去嘅時態裏邊啦。咁所以咧 Vicky was awarded OK， 呢一個咧係講緊佢之前，即係佢都係一個以前一個古仔裏邊發生嘅事情啦，唔需要表達之前或者之後啦。係當佢12歲嗰陣時，佢就攞獎 ，making her the youngest person ever to win the competition. She was congratulate 即係意思恭喜啊，即係佢咧人哋咧就恭喜佢啦 ，congratulate 記住要加翻 ED 嘅，所有呢一個嘅 passive voice 嘅最尾嗰個動詞咧都必須係一個 past participle， 即係一定要係一個 past participle， 即係話好多時都係一啲嘅 ED 嘅動詞啦。好啦 ，She was congratulated by the mayor 係市長啊，即係佢個鎮嘅市長啊。Who 乜嘢 the previous year 嗱，你會見到因為 the previous year 咧，即係話唔係佢頒獎同一個時間就咩叫 elect 咧，係解選出嚟啊，即係俾人哋選取做咗佢哋嘅呢個嘅市長。咁選一定係點樣咧？係你會見到嗰條時間表咧，就係佢而家佢頒獎啊嘛，佢 congratulated by the mayor 就係嗰陣時嘅之前咧，佢先至係被人哋選噶嘛。咁之前咧，所以呢個咧係 had been elected， 即係話咧佢之前係俾人選咗，得一路做市長啦，去到某一個位啦，佢咧就頒獎，所以咧就能夠恭喜阿 Vicky 啦。好啦，咁所以呢一個咧就係 had been elected。第四啦，had been好啦 ，Vicky was asked to give a speech, and although she had been very nervous beforehand, she 乜嘢咧 was encouraged by the audience who cheered when she went on stage。嗱，你會見到 when she went on stage， 即係當佢上台嗰陣時咧，佢被人鼓勵啦，咁所以咧就係 was encouraged by the audience who cheered when she went on stage. In her speech, she explained how much she 好啦，嗱呢一個 support 咧就唔係淨係講 speech 嗰陣時支持佢噶嘛，即係話佢家人係一直都支持佢。你會見到呢個 explained 咧就係一個 past tense， 即係而家啦，呢個 past 嘅時間裏邊咧就 explained， 即係同喺個 speech 裏邊 explain 話俾人聽啦。咁但係家人咧係由以前一路咁支持佢噶嘛，咁所以呢個 support 咧係比起 past 更加遠嘅一個動作咧，所以咧就係 had been supported， 因為一直由比過去更遠嘅動作開始一路都支持佢，所以係 had been supported。By her family over the years, and then said, "My horse Rupert will be looked after very well in the future." 你會見到 in the future 啦，咁所以咧係應該係指佢將會啦 ，will be looked after very well in the future, and I hope he will win many more competitions. After 6 years of competing, Rupert more medals than Vicky could count。嗱，你會見到 after 即係過咗呢6年啦，咁佢一直俾佢好多嘅獎咁嘅意思啊。咁所以呢一個咧就係 had been given more medals than Vicky could count。第8啦 ，he was kept。咁去翻呢個故事嘅嗰個過去式啦，即係一開始係過去式，咁而家去翻啦，佢唔需要表達一個比之前更遠嘅一個時間，所以咧就係 he was kept in a special stable, and every morning Vicky would go and eat her breakfast with him. Her mom joked that they could not be separated, 即係話佢哋咧係唔可以分開嘅。好啦，reporter speech 咧就睇睇啦，呢個 Vicky's choir master 啦 ，Vicky's choir master。好啦，呢一個係條問題啦，咁所以咧就會 asked why 咧就直接放翻落去嘅，因為呢一個咧係一個直接一條問題啦。咁你要調轉佢啦 ，why she was late to practice Vicky。咁即係問佢咧點解咁遲先嚟啊？ 好啦，接住啦。This morning it was raining outside, so I had to stop and dry myself before I came to practice, said Vicky. 咁呢個咧就寫翻啦。Vicky said that. 咁呢個 that 可以再寫或者唔需要再寫啦。That morning it was 應該係 it had been，因為 was 就轉 past perfect 啦。It had been raining outside. So she had 呢個過去式亦都係要轉翻 past perfect， had to stop and dry herself before she came to practice. 好啦，你會留意呢一個咧，就會係一定係嗰個，因為呢度咧你會見到有個 before 啦，而呢個 before 咧前後都係一個 past tense， 但係你要分翻開咧，就係話呢一個係遠啲嘅，咁所以佢停低先至嚟啊嘛，咁所以咧依然都要表達翻話，即係佢呢個 had to stop before she came to practice. Don't worry about it, Vicky, because we are warming up at the moment, said the choir master. 好啦，呢個咧就 the choir master。The choir master 呢個咧就會係呢個咧嗱，你見到 said 啦，就會用 told 啊。呢個 told Vicky。Don't 咧你又變咗做 not to worry about it。咁呢個 Vicky 用咗，所以唔使寫啦。跟住之後 because 呢個 we 就轉 day 啦，就變咗 were 啦。Warming up at the moment， 即係話咧，唔係 at the moment 咧，因為係等於 now 啦，咁所以咧就係應該係at the moment 就可以變咗頂啦。OK， 或者係可以 at that moment 都得。好啦，到第四啦。Vicky, we are going into town for lunch. If you would like to come with us, whispered Vicky's friends. 好啦 ，Vicky's friend 就照寫啦，就會 whispered。咁你 whisper 咧係會叫一個人噶嘛，咁你會 whisper to Ricky that we 咧就變咗就會 they 啦，就變咗 were 啦。They were going into town for lunch. If she would 就用翻 would 嘅啫 ，would 呢個不變嘅 ，would like to 好啦 would come with them。us 咧就要變咗做 them 啦，呢個要轉咗佢啦。第五題啦 ，That sounds like a good plan, but I will join you later because I have to catch up on some work at lunchtime, said Vicky to her friend. 好啦，咁呢個 Vicky said to 咧就會變咗 told her friend。呢個咧你會寫翻 that 啦，咁呢個 that 可以寫或者唔寫都得嘅，咁總之係寫一個或者兩個都得。That sound 嗱呢個 sound 要變咗 sounded 啦 ，like a good plan。But 咁呢個 I 就會變咗做 she 啦，呢個 will 就轉咗做 would 啦。She would join them。唔係呢個her friend 就應該可以係你可以寫 her 或者係 his 都得嘅。Her she would join her later because she had to catch up on some work. At lunchtime. 好啦，呢個 girl stop talking because I would like to get on with the practice, ordered the choir master。咁跟住咧，呢個咧就寫翻 the choir master。呢個 the girls 啦就會係變咗係 told the girls 你唔會再係啦。呢個有 order the girls 可以用翻呢個用翻嗰個 order 㗎啦。Ordered the girls。好啦，呢個咧係因為係命令句啦，所以用 to 啦。To stop talking because 呢個 I 咧就變咗 he 啦。He would like to get on with the practice。第7題啦 ，Are you ready, girls? Asked the choir master。咁呢一度咧就會係呢一個咧就會寫翻啦 ，the choir master asked the girls， 即係會 ask the girls， 跟住啦呢個係問題，呢個係 yes no question， 所以要加翻 if 啦。if 乜嘢 you 就變咗 they 啦 ，are 就變咗 were 啦。if they were ready。第8題啦 ，Yes we are ready to practice, Miss Doherty said the choir。咁呢一個 the choir， 咁呢度有個人名噶嘛，咁啊 the choir told Miss Doherty that， 咁 we 唔需要yes 唔需要寫嘅，咁 we 就變咗係 they were ready to practice。Because it is nearly Christmas, I was thinking that we could sing some Christmas songs, said Miss Doherty。咁呢一個咧就會呢個 Miss Doherty會 said that because， 咁你就要寫翻呢個 because 啦 ，because it was nearly Christmas。跟住咧就she was thinking that 呢個 we 咧就變咗做 they 啦 ，they could sing some Christmas songs。好啦 ，Can I lead the choir today? Miss Doherty asked one of the girls。咁呢個咧就會係寫 one of the girls 開頭啦。跟住之後咧就 ask， 當係問題嗰陣時咧，呢個又係一條 yes no question 咧，就 ask if 乜嘢咧 if she could， if 你要調轉佢 if she could lead the choir today 就係變咗 that day 啦。咁呢個 asked 咧可以寫翻呢個 Miss Doherty 喺呢一度嘅。Asked Miss Doherty if she could lead the choir that day。接住咧 adjectives、adverbs 同埋 comparatives 啦。Vicky found the rest of her morning 呢個 bore 咧就變咗係boring， 而家係形容緊個 morning， 所以咧係用 boring 唔係 bored。Because she had a science lesson. She was not at all good at science and found it the hardest subject to understand。係一個最難嘅題目啦。Although she thought her science teacher was funny， 即係覺得佢咧係好有趣。Because he made the class laugh. That day they were learning about how different chemicals were reactive， 即係點樣係即係會有咩反應啦。Some chemicals reacted 呢個掟啊嘛，咁所以咧就會係 more fierce。但係好多學生咧依然係錯嘅，點解咧？因為 reacted 係 verb 啦，呢個咧係一定要擺一個 adverb， 而 adverb 咧你需要加翻個 ly more fiercely than others， while some hardly reacted at all. Before long it was lunchtime, so Vicky and her friends rushed 呢個 eager 就變咗 eagerly 啦 out of the lesson。第7啦 ordinarily 即係正常地啦。Vicky would have eaten her lunch in the canteen, but today her friends had invited her into town for lunch, where Vicky always had a lovely time， 即係話咧好快樂嘅時間啦。好啦，到 conditional sentences 啦，你會見到 While she was out with her friends, Vicky's phone started ringing. If she had known 呢個見到 if she had known what the news was going to be， she 呢個咧當然係一個 conditional three 啦。She would not have answered， 即係佢咧就唔會走去答啦。She would not have answered her phone as it was very bad. Hello, Mom, said Vicky. Her mom sounded upset. Hello, Vicky. If you sit down, 呢個咧嗱，你要見到呢個 if 啦。If you sit down or I 乜嘢咧？我將會話俾你聽發生啲咩事。咁呢一個咧係當然係一個conditional one 啦。呢一個 if you sit down 呢一個咧係 I will tell you。因為呢個 sit 啊嘛，呢個 sit 咧係一個現在式啦。咁如果 if you sit down, I will tell you what has happened. Her mom was angry and said that if Vicky's dad had known what could happen, he would have bought stronger locks. 嗱，你會見到咧呢個又係 if 啦，咁呢個咧係 had known 啦，所以呢個咧係呢一句係 conditional three 嚟㗎。咁啊，所以 if dad had known what could happen, he 呢個咧就會用 conditional three 啦 ，would have bought stronger locks. What's happened, Mom? Asked Vicky. Rupert's gone missing. We think he has been stolen. 即係佢好中意嗰隻馬咧，唔見咗喎，原來係俾人偷咗。If Vicky had been alone, she 好啦，如果佢咧係真係得佢一個人咧，你會見到 if 呢一個啦，咁即係應該係 conditional three， 因為咧就所以係有一個唔會發生嘅事情，已經係佢唔會咁做。If Vicky had been alone, she would have 一定係 would 加 have 嘅 would have cried very hard, but she didn't want to lose face in front of her friends, and so she ran away instead. If she wasn't at school that afternoon, it 好啦，嗱呢個 wasn't 啦，呢個 conditional two， 因為你見到係過去式就一定係呢個應該係 conditional two 噶啦，咁所以咧 it would not matter because Rupert was the most important thing to her. If he really has been stolen， 第六啦 I will not know what to do。嗱，你見唔見到呢個 if 啦？咁呢個 has been stolen 呢個咧，嗱雖然呢個係 present perfect。但係都係屬於一種 present forms 啦嘅其中一種啦，咁所以咧呢個後邊咧都係呢個都係一個 conditional one 嚟嘅，即係第六題。咁所以咧 if he really has been stolen, I will not know what to do. Thought Vicky. She knew that if she caught the 13:30 train, she 好啦，呢個咧其實就係呢一度咧，你會見到係雖然佢用 soon 啦，但係你會見到呢一個咧係一個用 caught， 即係 that means 係一個呢個當時一個過去嘅狀況啦。If she caught 呢個係 conditional two。If she caught the 13:30 train, she 呢個第七咧就會係用 would be 啦 ，would be home soon, and then she would start 好啦嗱，因為 and then 咧即係都係同呢一個 if 嘅句子開頭，咁呢個啦，咁啊 she would be home soon and then she would start looking for Rupert. If he was in trouble, Vicky 呢度啦，亦都係啦過去式啦，呢個咧就所以咧都會係一個繼續係一個 conditional two 啦，就會變咗係 would find him and bring him back。呢個係 would find and would bring， 呢個咧係跟嗰個 would， 所以呢一個咧係一個現在式。好啦，輪到 tenses 啦。咁啊 ，Vicky rushed across the platform and onto the train while she was finding a seat， 即係你會見到 while 啦，當佢喺度揾緊啦 ，was finding a seat, her mind filled with all the horrible things that could have happened to Rupert already。咁隻馬唔見咗，咁當然佢係非常之擔心啦，咁所以佢就喺度不斷喺度諗啦。好啦 ，which 乜嘢咧？嗱呢一件事啦，咁所以因為佢只係一個過去式啦，而家係講緊一件過去嘅事情啦，咁所以咧呢個咧係三個都係一樣係用 made。Which made her heart beat quickly. What if the thieves had chained Rupert up and now 嗱呢個你會見到咧 had chained 係用咗呢一個嘅 past perfect， 咁但係咧就會係知道係之前將佢鎖起啦，但係呢個 now 而家喺度叫緊佢嘅，咁而家咧而家叫緊佢，所以而家係要用進行式。 但係呢件古仔咧，呢個古仔係用緊即係講緊一個過去嘅狀況，所以咧就要用過去進行式。咁個 subject 係乜嘢咧？個名詞咧就係 thieves。咁所以 thieves 咧就會應該係用 were making 啦。即係話咧，佢話 what if 即係話假設嗰個賊咧係之前就已經鎖起佢啦，而家咧喺度逼佢啦做一啲即係去拉一啲 pull heavy carts，即係去逼佢去拖一啲好重嘅車。Vicky knew that she needed to catch need 咧後邊要用 to 啦 ，to catch them no matter what happened. She remembered one time when many summers ago she 好啦，呢一度咧嗱，雖然係有 ago 啦，又係一樣啦，但係咧就係 when many summers ago， 咁佢而家係記得啊嘛，記得之前做過嘅嘢，咁所以咧就係 had bathed Rupert in the paddling pool in the garden. Now the thought made her sad. She and Rupert had第六題啦 had gone through a lot over the years。呢一個咧就會係 had gone through， 即係話咧你會見到咧 over the year， 即係話呢一度咧佢係一直啦咁多年以來咧係一直經歷咗好多嘢咁嘅意思，係有一個你會明白係而家佢係 lost her horse 啦，由以前開始到而家一直咧係經歷過好多嘢 had gone。由呢個更遠嗰陣時，佢哋認識開始，到而家唔見咗咧，係一直經歷好多嘢，所以呢一個咧第六題咧一定係要用 past perfect。第七題啦 ，I will find him soon. I just know it。好啦，呢一個佢話我將會揾到佢㗎，你要明白個古仔講乜嘢咧，先至會填到呢一個啦。雖然呢個有個 soon 喺度。I have 嗱呢一個咧係因為佢即係呢個係事實嚟㗎嘛，佢有一個好支持佢嘅家庭，所以 I have a supportive family and lots of friends, said Vicky to herself, who will not stop until they have found my Rupert。係啦，佢哋咧係將唔會停嘅 ，will not stop 或者 won't stop 都 OK。接住 articles 啦 ，as Vicky got closer to home。Go home 你唔需要有 article 啦。She started to feel more and more nervous. What if the police could not to never find Rupert? What if she could never see him again? A tear ran down. 好啦，呢一個咧係佢塊面嘅兩邊啊嘛，咁所以一定係用 the 啦。The side of Vicky's face, and she started crying. Start crying 唔需要有 articles 啦。She had to change to a different train， 即係另一架火車。She had to change to a different train on her journey。咁唔需要指明邊一架火車嘅，即係去轉另一架火車。And she must have looked upset because a man approached her. Are you alright? Said， 因為第二次提及啊嘛，呢個第一次，呢個第二次，所以咧 said the man asked the man. My horse has been stolen, said Vicky, and I don't think I will see him again. The man, who was dressed in ragged clothes and carried a bag on his back, looked puzzled. 咁呢個咧 ragged clothes 即係意思啲破爛嘅衣服啦，跟住又拎住個袋咧就好疑惑咯話。佢話 Yesterday I could not find a single thing to eat and that made me sad. You said you have lost your horse and you are more upset than me. 即係話佢話呢個應該係一個乞兒啦，就話我尋日乜嘢都揾唔到嘢，即係揾唔到嘢食啦，就令佢好唔開心。而家你唔記得隻馬，點解仲好似唔開心過我嘅咁樣 ？I suppose that is the way of the world, said the man. 佢話呢個一定呢個係好奇怪一個世界啦，咁佢就行開咗啦。咁呢個好怪嘅乞兒。好啦，接住啦 ，Vicky got off the train at her station and started to run home. But when she got to the end of her street, she stopped suddenly. 但係咧，當佢乜嘢去到條街尾咧，就突然間停咗啦。點解咧 ？Because she saw muddy hoof prints leading down the road， 就係因為佢見到咧咩叫 hoof 咧 ？hoof 係啲即係馬嘅腳印。She knew they were Rupert's, so she decided to follow them。即係佢認得佢隻馬嘅一啲嘅腳印啦。跟住啦，第四啦 ，maybe they could lead her to the thieves， 即係話可能會可以 可以係令佢揾到嗰個賊嘅噃咁樣。Vicky had been following the hoof prints for a long time. 乜嘢 she started to wonder where they were leading her。跟住咧當佢發覺咧，就佢好奇怪喎，究竟即係會帶佢去邊咧 ？Because 乜嘢 she was mistaken. They were going in a big circle。就係話咧佢咧即係除非 unless she was mistaken, they were going in a big circle。Vicky looked up and 第7啦 and then realized that they led back into Rupert's stable， 即係話竟然係去翻佢本身嗰個馬房喎。There he was. He must have returned to his stable since Vicky's mom had spoken to her on the phone。即係話咧，自從佢同佢傾完之後咧，原來隻馬自己翻去自己嗰個馬房。Silly Rupert said, Vicky, we will have to lock you in。So that you don't go for another walk， 即係所以為咗咧，你唔會走去可以就咁去自己去散步啦。I was so worried about you， 就喺度講話，我真係好擔心你啊咁。咁呢一句咧有一個好難咧，就係第6題啦。呢個再解一次咧，就係話佢係跟住好多嘅題印啦，就喺度行咗好耐。咁佢開始即係佢行咗好耐啊，明唔明啊佢？咁跟住就開始 wonder where they were leading her， 佢去邊嘅咧？究竟啲題印？因為 because 咧。即係除非佢自己搞錯啦，其實佢係去即係走咗個圈喎，自己喺度行走咗個圈，好似氹灣咁喺度轉。咁跟住之後望下，咦點解原來 Rupert 已經喺度啦？咁所以咧，即係佢覺得係除非自己搞錯啦，就係話冇可能嘅喎，照計冇可能不斷咁樣轉圈喎，就所以用 unless she was mistaken。